If you didn't grow up in 1958, you probably don't know any of these songs. And honestly, some of them shouldn't even be called hits. 1958 wasn't just another year in music. It was the beginning of something huge. The very first Billboard Hot 100 was born. Rock and roll was evolving, and suddenly, songs were exploding out of nowhere, dominating the charts and then vanishing just as fast.
Hang down your head and cry. Hang down.
Yes, yes, to know him is to love.
What a dog. Johnny is a joker that's trying to steal my baby. He's a bird.
These are the one-hit wonders people over 60 still remember. But here's the twist. Not all of them deserve that title. Some were forgotten too soon. Others? Maybe they were never that great to begin with. So the real question is, are these hidden classics or just lucky moments in time? Stay with me, because by the end of this list, you might completely change your mind about 1958. Number 15, Little Star, The Elegance. There's something almost haunting about Little Star. It wasn't polished, it wasn't perfect, but that's exactly why people remember it. Recorded by a group of teenagers from Staten Island, this song feels like it came straight out of a street corner under a dim yellow light. Back in 1958, this was the kind of music you'd hear drifting out of a jukebox while couples slow danced. But here's the debate. Was this really a one-hit wonder, or just a moment frozen in time that could never be repeated? The simplicity is what made it powerful, yet also what limited it. Today it feels raw, almost fragile, and maybe that's why it still lingers, because not every hit was meant to last. Some were only meant to be felt once. The job is chaotic, playful, and honestly, a little ridiculous. But that nonsense hook, it's stuck in everyone's head. In 1958, this wasn't just a song, it was a vibe. Doo-wop groups were everywhere, but somehow this one cut through the noise. Still, critics argue it was more gimmick than greatness. Was it a novelty hit or a true cultural moment? That's where the argument begins. Because while the lyrics may not say much, the energy says everything. You can almost hear the laughter, the rhythm of street corners, the sound of young America figuring itself out. It didn't age like a classic, but it never needed to. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. Take over for a moment and disappear. Number 13. To know him is to love him. The Teddy Bears.
Yes, yes, to know him is to love.
This song feels almost too soft for its own good. To know him is to love him is gentle, emotional, and undeniably sincere. But here's the twist. Was it too simple? Written by a young Phil Spector, this track quietly became a #1 hit. Yet today, many people don't even realize how big it once was. That's where the controversy lives. Was it overshadowed by what came after? Or was it never that strong to begin with? The melody is unforgettable, but the delivery is almost whisper-like. It doesn't demand attention. It drifts. And maybe that's why it faded. Still, for those who remember, it captures something rare. Innocence before the industry became louder, bigger, and far more calculated.
He rocks in the treetops all the day long, hopping and a-bopping and a-singing.
Number 12. Rockin' Robin, Bobby Day.
Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall tree.
At first listen, Rockin' Robin feels like pure fun. It's upbeat, catchy, and impossible not to tap along to. But here's the question. Do people remember the song or just the idea of it? Because over time, this track has been covered, remixed, and reimagined so many times that the original almost got lost.
A pretty little raven that the birdman sings, talking about the popping into one's brain.
Bobby Day had the hit first, but did he get the credit? That's the debate. In 1958, this was a dance floor favorite. Today, it feels more like a memory than a moment. Still, there's something undeniably infectious about it. It doesn't try to be deep, it doesn't try to be timeless, and yet somehow, it survived anyway.
Johnny is a joker that's trying to steal my baby, he's a bird dog.
Number 11. Bird Dog, the Everly Brothers.
But when he sings to my gal, what a howl, to me he's just a wolf dog.
Now, this one might start an argument. The Everly Brothers were definitely not one-hit wonders. So why is Bird Dog here? Because sometimes, even legends have songs that feel like standalones. This track was playful, almost teasing, with a rhythm that felt lighter than their usual work.
Hey bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey bird dog, you round the round.
Some fans love it. Others think it's one of their weaker hits. And that's exactly why it sparks debate. Was it a clever twist, or just filler between bigger songs? Either way, it still hit hard in 1958. And maybe that's the point. Even songs that divide opinions can become unforgettable. Number 10. Patricia, Pérez, Prado. No lyrics, no storytelling, just rhythm. Patricia breaks all the rules and somehow still wins. In a decade dominated by vocal hits, this instrumental climbed the charts and refused to leave. But here's the question. Does it hold up today? Some say it's iconic. Others say it's repetitive. And both might be right. What made it special in 1958 was its uniqueness. That Latin beat, that hypnotic groove. It stood out instantly. But without words, it relies entirely on feeling. And if you don't feel it, it doesn't work. Still, its influence is undeniable. It proved that sometimes music doesn't need a voice to speak.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, never let it.
Number 9. Catch a Falling Star, Perry Como.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, save it for your mom.
Smooth, safe, almost too perfect. Perry Como's Catch a Falling Star feels like comfort wrapped in melody. It was a massive hit, but was it memorable or just easy to listen to? That's where opinions split, because while it topped charts, it didn't leave the same emotional impact as others from the era.
Love may come and tap you on the shoulder, some star.
It's the kind of song that fades into the background until suddenly you realize you know every word. Maybe that's its power. Not loud, not bold, just quietly everywhere. And sometimes that's enough.
My one and only prayer is that someday you'll care.
Number 8. It's Only Make Believe, Conway Twitty.
My only prayer will be someday you'll care for me, but
This song sounds like heartbreak pretending to be something else. Conway Twitty delivers emotion that feels almost theatrical. Some say too much, others say not enough. It became a huge hit, but here's the question. Did it succeed because of its sincerity, or because it sounded like Elvis?
someday you'll care for me, but it's
The comparisons were impossible to ignore, and that's where the controversy lives. Was this originality or imitation? Either way, it worked. Because when the chorus hits, it still feels real. And maybe that's all that matters.
But when I met that little girl, I knew that I would fall.
Number 7. Poor Little Fool, Ricky Nelson.
Well, I played this game with other hearts, but I never thought I...
History matters here. Poor Little Fool was the very first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But does that make it legendary or just lucky timing? Ricky Nelson had the look, the voice, and the platform, but critics have long debated whether the song itself deserved that top spot.
She told me how she cared for me, that we never part.
It's simple, almost understated. No big climax, no dramatic shift. And yet, it connected. Maybe because it felt real, or maybe because audiences were ready for something new. Either way, it started something bigger than itself.
Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down.
Number 6. Tom Dooley, the Kingston Trio.
Where I took her life, met her.
Dark story, soft delivery. Tom Dooley is one of those songs that feels strangely calm despite its tragic roots. Based on a real murder case, it brought folk music into the mainstream. But here's the debate. Did people connect with the story or just the melody?
Hadn't have been for Grayson, I'd have been in.
Because the way it's sung almost hides the darkness. It's beautiful but unsettling if you really listen. And maybe that contrast is what made it work. Still, not everyone sees it as a true classic. Some hear depth, others just hear simplicity. Number 5. All I Have to Do Is Dream, the Everly Brothers.
I can make you mine, just with some wine.
This one is undeniable. The harmonies, the emotion, the simplicity, it all works. But here's the controversial take. Is it too perfect? Because while it's beautiful, some argue it lacks edge. It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't surprise you. It just...
I'm dreaming my life away. I need
comforts you. And maybe that's why it became so big. In a chaotic world, people wanted something gentle. Still, compared to their other songs, some fans say this one plays it safe. But safe doesn't mean forgettable. Not even close.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn.
Number 4. The Purple People Eater, Sheb Wooley.
It was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn flying.
Let's be honest. This song is weird. Really weird. And that's exactly why it worked. The Purple People Eater is pure novelty, and critics love to dismiss it. But here's the truth. It dominated 1958.
It was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn flying.
Kids loved it. Adults couldn't escape it. So was it silly or genius? That's the argument. Because sometimes the songs that make no sense are the ones that stick the longest. And this one definitely did. Number 3. Tequila, the Champs. 3 words. That's all it took. Tequila. But behind that simplicity is one of the most recognizable instrumentals ever recorded. It's catchy, it's bold, and it doesn't waste time. But here's the question. Does it deserve its legendary status? Some say it's iconic. Others say it's repetitive. Still, the moment that word hits, everyone reacts. And that kind of instant recognition is rare.
Tear has to fall, but it's all.
Number 2. It's All in the Game, Tommy Edwards.
And your feet
future's looking dim.
This song feels timeless, but also strangely forgotten. It's All in the Game blends elegance with heartbreak in a way that feels almost too subtle for modern ears. It was huge in 1958, yet today, it barely gets mentioned.
Once in a while he won't call, but it's all.
So what happened? Was it overshadowed, or did it simply fade? That's the mystery. Because when you listen closely, it still holds up. Quietly powerful. Just not loud enough to stay.
Pingevo le mani e la faccia di blu.
Number 1. Volare, nel blu dipinto di blu. Domenico Modugno.
Nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di.
This is it. The biggest song of 1958. Volare wasn't just a hit, it was a global moment. Sung in Italian, it broke barriers and dominated charts. But here's the debate. Does it still feel as powerful today? Some hear magic. Others hear nostalgia doing all the work. Either way, it changed everything. It proved music didn't need language to connect. And that impact? That's impossible to ignore.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn.
Tear has to fall, but it's all. Once in a while he won't call, but it's all.
I'm going to say it. At least 3 songs on this list should not be called one-hit wonders. And yes, one of them is sitting in the top 5. Some of these tracks were huge in 1958, but does that really make them timeless? Or were they just lucky moments that people forgot for a reason? That's the debate nobody agrees on. Here's the challenge. Comment the number plus song you think is the most overrated. Then find a comment you disagree with and tell them why. No safe answers. No, all of them are great. Pick a side. Also, be honest. How many of these did you actually recognize instantly without looking them up? Let's see who really remembers 1958 and who's just pretending.